What's going on, guys? It's Paul Salazar at Hilton Hyland Real Estate. Today I'm with Simon James from Wyland James Development in front of their brand new development at 11964 Majeska Place. Simon, welcome.
Thank you.
So we're going to give you guys an intimate tour with the developer, talking about his inspiration around the project. We're calling it the Atrium house, and you'll see why. It's a really, really beautiful house. Let's go inside. All right, so now that you have seen the front of the house, which is absolutely stunning, we're gonna walk through the front entrance. I'm gonna let Simon discuss your inspiration behind the house. We bought this house, well, you bought this house about 3 years ago.
A little less, yeah.
Yes, 9,000 square foot lot. It's got the views.
9,000 square foot lot. We've got the cul-de-sac street, so being in this area I think is really great. A lot of people don't know that these properties have views, which I think is pretty special. Yeah. So yeah, we try to capture that as much as possible.
And the house was an older, like 1960s house. It had 3 stories on it.
Yeah, the house was a mess. The house had all kinds of issues and problems. The person that lived here before us actually, I guess, didn't believe in building codes and just did what he wanted. So yeah, we had an illegal 3rd story, we had an illegal back, I mean, all kinds of things. So we were able to get in, get rid of all that stuff and build what you see here.
Yeah, when I first toured this house for them, I knew the potential because they had built a house on Preston in Venice, a house that I found them, and they did a phenomenal job, and it sold for record price in the area. So let's walk through the house. Sure. What I love the most about Wyland James is they are type A type of developers. Everything is perfect. I mean, when Simon comes to the house, I can see his eye. He's cleaning up every little thing, and you can tell in the design that you have a lot of attention to detail, and a lot of windows too.
A lot of glass. I mean, for me, I come from a design background, so it's important that you capture all of the little details, because at the end of the day, that's what matters, and I think that's what kind of sets some houses apart from other houses. Really, I think it's the attention to those little tiny things. I think glass, light, space is really important. I think when you walk into a house, I think you fall in love with it right away. Yeah. You either love it or you don't. Yeah. And for me, I wouldn't build anything that I wouldn't live in myself. Yeah. So I kind of look through that lens as I'm designing. Is cool. Would I want to move in? Yeah. Is this really inspiring to me? And that's how I design. Very
cool. All right, so we're going to show you the reason why we've called this house the Atrium house. I haven't seen a spec development in Mar Vista or in the West Side that has something like this, but check it out. Did you put that in before or after?
No, so that tree was actually craned in at the very end. So it was one of the windiest days in Mar Vista.
Really?
Funny enough. So we watched it swaying back and forth over the house while we put that in. But yeah, this was kind of the vision from the beginning. Okay. We worked with an amazing architect on this house and came up with the concept of having this sort of central atrium courtyard in the middle of the space to allow light, to also have sort of a visual kind of, I'd say, context to the architectural statement of the house. Yeah. And we just from day one saw an olive tree in there. Yeah,
you get all that like natural light coming in, and also when it rains.
When it rains,
this is gonna be so cool.
It's super cool. Rains. And we've got lights in there, so at night it makes it's a very cool artistic statement.
Yeah, and it's right in the middle of the house, right?
It's right in the middle of the house, so everything flows around that. So you've got your entrance stairs here, which we kept open again to kind of keep a visual sight line from the front all the way to the back of the property. Yeah. And then this also being enclosed in glass allows you to kind of have sight lines through the entire house as you're kind of experiencing the space.
Yeah, and I think a lot of developers are always trying to maximize the square footage of the house, and you could have easily gained an extra 400 square feet on the 1st and 2nd floor here, but then you would not have this amazing design element in the middle of the house, which gives you that natural light. Because if this was closed off, this would be a very dark room.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I'd say, going back to what I was talking about before, we come from a creative background, and for us, design is, I think, leads everything, and I think that's what's going to set you apart from other houses. And you make choices, and I think the more artistic and special they can be, I think the more someone's going to fall in love with the space. So yeah, this was a decision that, sure, we could have filled that in and made it extra living space, but I think this makes a much more impressive statement.
And all of your houses have a lot of light. You know, like the one on Preston, I think I count like 12 skylights.
Yeah.
And that's not cheap construction. You know, all that stuff, you know, raises the cost of construction.
It does. I think, you know, there's a lot of places that you can spend money that are meaningful, and I think there's other places that you can spend money that aren't.
Yeah.
So for us, you know, it's important. I think glass and light and space and volume are really, really important. You know, I think spending money on, you know, things that don't really aren't really necessary, I don't think that's as special for the end user.
As you walk around the atrium to the living room, you have one giant space, dining room, and check this out. I mean, the indoor-outdoor flow here is awesome.
Yeah, so this is a little nod to the kind of mid-century modern with the sunken living room, which I love. You know,
a lot more intimate.
It's a little more intimate. It's a really nice way to divide the spaces. And I think having, you know, again, we live in California, we live in Los Angeles, the weather is perfect. So having this really seamless indoor-outdoor transition, I think is really great.
And these are pocket sliders, so you don't see any of the sliding glass doors here.
Correct. All Fleetwood doors, they pocket away. So again, you have this kind of seamless transition from the inside to the out. All the materials that we use are very natural. You know, we have the sandblasted travertine. We've got the light oak floors. Again, you have the olive tree in the center, kind of the centerpiece of the house. Yeah, for sure. And then everything kind of flows into the other living spaces.
Yeah. We'll show you guys the outside at the end, but let's walk around here. I love the vibe too. I mean, this is very much a Tulum, kind of Cabo vibe. It's very relaxing. Yeah. You know, like when you walk into this house, you feel very grounded. I feel like, you know, shoes off, you're, you know, just kind of walking on all the materials here. You have grass in the backyard, you have a stone tile out here. But this is, I mean, like this here, it was almost like a piece of art here with the furniture. And then you have, again, more glass windows up there and these beautiful lights too. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, tonally, you know, this is kind of our style. We love the very spa-like feel, the very kind of calming, neutral, warm tones. I think it just makes you feel relaxed. It makes you feel kind of at peace. And, you know, again, for me, when I come into a space, that's how I want to feel. If I, you know, I wish I was living here.
I know, this is a cool
If
house.
I came home, I feel like I'm instantly relaxed when you walk in here. It just feels so nice and quiet and soothing.
For sure. And you know, for a family or for a couple who's going to buy this house, this is going to be a home to entertain in.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
I mean, this is a great space, indoor-outdoor flow. Again, you have the outdoor kitchen, which we'll see at the end. But this kitchen area is also really cool. Massive island.
Big island. Yeah, we went with the natural stone.
Beautiful.
Yeah, natural stone. Again, I think, you know, we want to make this house feel very livable. We want it to feel very soothing and inviting at the same time, and not cold. You know, for me, walking into a space that feels cold and stark and kind of too modern, I don't connect with it. Whereas
and most of the new spec developments are cold.
Correct.
And they're just not seeing that, like the vision, or I don't know what it is, you know, but I really do love this. I mean, I'm not saying that because we're going to be listing it, but I mean, you come in here and you really feel like you want it for yourself. You know?
No, and it just, you know, I think it really comes down to the materials, the choices, the colors. It really all kind of works together. And, you know, I love the space. We went with Miele appliances. Again, we wanted the natural stone countertop. Really wanted to have an oversized space here because everybody spends time in the kitchen. So, you know, it's got a lot of space there. You've got access to the garage here, so you've got a mud room, and then you have large walk-in pantry as well. Yeah, you have two big Mieles here. You have this, the freezer, and then you have the fridge. Correct. Really big, and you have a 8-burner Miele range. Yeah, so oversized range. So whoever comes in here, if they're a chef, they can go to town. They're gonna love this. I mean, the view to the backyard, and it's completely private. And it's very private. And all you see is trees and your backyard and the grass. And you also see the view from here. Correct. Nice. Yeah, you get a little peekaboo view from the first floor. You know, for us, we try to plant as much of our landscaping as possible in the beginning, so it can mature and it can grow and it can, you know, fill in as we're building. But yeah, it does have a very peaceful, private kind of vibe, which I like. Yeah. All right, cool. So let's walk around here. Again, attention to detail.
when you're taking out the trash, you have a door.
You got a door.
Out of the kitchen,
you got a door
out to the trash can. I mean,
Correct.
like just all the small things here, I really love about what you guys do. I mean, it makes a huge difference. You have a mud room in here, which is great, which it's starting to get really popular now on a lot of the spec developments.
It's, you know, a lot of people, I mean, we're wearing shoes in the house, but normally, you know, people don't wear shoes in their house. So this allows people to kind of come in from the garage if they want to. They've got a coat closet, they've got space in here to store whatever, you know, they need to. So.
And all your cabinets are the same, right, throughout? In the bathrooms, in the kitchen, so it's all kind of the same feel and style.
It's all seamless, yeah. So we went with built-ins pretty much everywhere, all rift oak. Yeah.
And you also have surround sound.
We do. So the house is fully wired, fully wired for, you know, Control 4 or whatever somebody wants to upgrade to. You know, we make sure that it's prepped for everything. So there's security cameras, there's speakers, there's, you know, again, wiring for any kind of system that you would want.
Yeah, for sure. When you were designing this house, who did you have in mind? Was it a family? Was it a couple? Did you have like a vision of who would be living here?
Gosh, I mean, going back to my earlier comment, I always envision myself living here.
Okay, cool.
You know, it's flexible. I think I could see a family living here very easily. I could see a tech couple, some you know, very cool entrepreneurial couple that are just starting out, and you know, this is their first home in LA. I mean, it's very appropriate for, I think, a lot of different clients.
Yeah, agreed. And Mar Vista, as an area of Los Angeles, over the last 5 to 8 years has just boomed.
Yeah.
Crazy. And this is one of the bigger lots in Mar Vista.
Correct.
This is on a 9,000 square foot lot. Most of the lots in Mar Vista are between 5,000 to 6,000 square feet. So you have the space to build something this big.
Yeah, so it allowed us to have a nice sized pool, big backyard, it's got grass. So again, if there's a family here, they have plenty of space. If it's a couple or even a single person, they've got a lot of entertaining room.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I love this area. I think this has been a really special little pocket that's unfortunately has become more and more popular.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's a little harder to find projects here, but I absolutely love it.
You built something here close by as well, right?
We did, yeah. So we've.
So this is the walk-in pantry, which is also, again, more storage.
Tons of space. You can keep all, whatever you need in there. It's.
I love the pocket doors as well.
Correct.
Throughout.
Yeah, so we have, everything is pretty seamless. You can shut and close away as many elements as you need to, which is great.
Yeah. And again, more attention to detail. A lot of these are just like regular doors that open up, and it just creates just more of a hassle. This is super seamless.
Yeah, so these doors, again, we work
really
with
clean.
a custom staining guy, a painter, to make sure that these doors matched all of our cabinets.
Oh, really?
This is a multi-step process. Yeah, this door doesn't actually come like this. We get the door, then we bleach it, and we stain it, and we.
Got it.
So it's a custom color.
Yeah, for sure. You have a door here to water your olive tree.
Yep, you have access to the olive tree if you want to turn that into a meditation sanctuary. You can,
for sure.
Whatever you want.
I know on the renderings you had like a palm tree in there, right?
Correct.
So what changed your mind into an olive tree?
To me, I just love the look of olive trees. I think it just reminds me of California. It reminds me of wine country. It just has this very kind of beautiful, kind of iconic shape and color. Yeah. And I think olive trees also lit at night just look so good.
Amazing. Yeah, so for sure. I get
that. I'm really happy with the decision.
Agreed. Yeah. And also the size too.
Yeah.
It's
a good size tree. Yeah,
you don't want it too small, you don't want it too big. It's like the perfect size.
Yeah.
So downstairs you have a bedroom with a full bath. This actually, let's walk through here. So this is the downstairs bedroom. We stage it as an office, but could be a guest bedroom. But we do have the ADU for a guest, for a guest suite, which it is a guest suite. I think this is a perfect office.
Yeah, it works really well. I mean, again, we did built-in closets everywhere, so you've got a ton of storage, which is nice. Again, matching all the bathrooms and the kitchens. And again, I think it's always nice to have a flexible space in a house. You've got office, you've got a gym,
and also floor to ceiling windows out to your front walkway with the ficus trees in the background. That will be filled in, which is nice. Another floor to ceiling window as well here. And let's go upstairs. I remember doing this walk on a ladder.
I remember that.
It actually showed in the house before the stairs were in. So you have the atrium, you have the indoor-outdoor flow downstairs in the living room, and now you have this primary bedroom with this insane view. Obviously, one of the main selling points. Whoever's buying this is their bedroom.
This is their bedroom. This is where they're waking up. I mean, again, I think having spaces in a house that really feel calming, I think is really nice and really important. And I think obviously the primary is the biggest, if not one of the biggest. And for us, we really wanted to just capture the view, have some outdoor space. Again, something that you can have an annex off of the bedroom where you can hang out, read a book. We've got an outdoor fireplace there, and I mean, you've got views.
And the sun comes right, like you will see the sunrise every single morning. You will see the sunrise,
yes, correct.
So if you're a big Andrew Huberman fan and you want that like circadian rhythm, the sunlight in the morning, you just open up your eyes.
Exactly.
I mean, that's exactly. I'm sure they're probably gonna have some like blackout shades here, but we wanted to really expose the views.
Correct.
These are basically floor to ceiling windows.
Yep.
You have floor to ceiling sliders, Fleetwood, as well. So you have basically 2 full walls of natural light. Southeast view, so again the sunrise in the morning is awesome. Let's talk about this space here. This is a really cool space. I love the outdoor space here. Really private, nobody really looking in, which is great.
Yeah, so we actually carried the same material that we used on the outside of the house here to kind of again create sort of a privacy screen. So again, this is a very intimate space, so you want it to be private, but again allow light in. So for us, it was really important to have as much bright natural light as possible, but also making it private so you can enjoy your bedroom.
I think Vesta did also a phenomenal job.
Vesta did a fantastic job.
This is a great bedroom. I mean, when people are going to walk into this, it's like, again, I'm going to be excited to show this house. It's going to be really, really fun to see their reaction. This goes into the primary bathroom, which is also great. And again, your design, everything is super simple.
It's very simple, it's very clean, it's very minimal. Again, it's kind of creating this warm tone, this sort of baseline for people to come in and kind of express themselves beyond that. But for me, again, it's very spa-like. It's very, like you said, Tulum. It has that, that very kind of earthy
feel to it. Yeah. So you have a tub here, the shower, again, skylights. So they love skylights. You have 2 skylights in the primary bathroom, one over the shower, and then over the sink. Massive one over the sink.
So again, I think this is just a nice way to wake up in the morning. You have this natural light coming down, washing down the window. I think it's very special.
I mean, if you're living in California, you want to live in a bright home.
Exactly.
But a lot of the houses that are being built, they're just not that bright. I mean, they have a lot of light, but not natural light, which is much different than lights. You see the snow out there?
Yeah.
Amazing, huh?
So cool.
So cool. So let's talk about the primary closets. So this could be a hers, a his.
A hers and hers.
Hers and hers, his. Theirs and theirs. Yeah, exactly. Whatever it is.
Again, more flexible space. It's a good size. We have skylight in here to bring some natural light in, which is great. So fully custom.
Fully custom, which I love. I love the mirror.
Big mirror.
That's really important. You have a ton of space for all your stuff. All these drawers, and they're all like soft close, right?
Yep.
Yeah, which is nice. And then you have a whole wall as well.
So we also have built-ins here as well. Yeah, so this is auxiliary space that you can have for whatever you may need throughout.
Yeah, and so this is the entire wall, yeah?
Correct.
Wow, really cool.
Yeah.
Ton of space.
Ton of space in here.
Ton of space. Very cool. All right. Let's go check out the guest rooms.
So we actually had custom art made for the house. So this is my wife actually did all the art.
Really?
In the or not all of it, but a good amount.
A lot of it? Yeah, for sure. I was wondering. It goes with the house. Very simple.
So she did this one, and we've got one in the living room. We've got a couple in the bedroom.
Okay.
So,
Is this going to be more expensive than the house?
Who knows? You have to talk to her.
We'll see. So these 2 guest rooms are facing north. So you get the Santa Monica Mountains from here. They're identical size.
They're identical size. Okay. One is tub, one is shower.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So both with walk-in closets.
Yeah, so they're good size. Again, you got a skylight here, a big window above the tub. I like the fact that you have one guest bathroom with a tub and the other one without, because if you have little kids
want the tub.
You want a tub.
Bigger kids.
And this is why we stage this with a twin bed or two beds.
Exactly.
Again, floor to ceiling windows here. You have custom cabinetry here that match the entire house, and that's with the same as the rest of the house.
Correct. So the primary and all the closets are the same material.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this is a fully built out closet, which you actually don't see a lot.
Yeah.
I think
you rarely see that.
Yeah.
You rarely
I think
see
most
that.
people see a bar and a shelf.
You have the drawers. Again, also the pocket sliders here as well, which is really, really cool. And these are all the same throughout the house.
They're all the same. Correct.
Yeah. Really, really cool. And I think the other thing that is great about you and Brock is that you're not going to leave. So whoever buys this has access, and if they have any questions, they can ask you. Hey, we're thinking about adding this or doing this, and they can just call you, which is great. You've been super helpful with that.
Absolutely. Awesome. Again, we stand behind our product. We believe in what we do, and we build a quality product. And if there's ever any issues, we're here to fix it and make sure.
That's great.
That's okay.
That's great. A view down to the atrium from here is also really cool. You can see down to your living room.
Down to the kitchen. So again, it creates this very cool sort of perspective as you're walking through the house.
For sure. We actually had a courtyard in my first house.
Really?
Yeah. It was an old kind of like Spanish style house.
Oh, nice.
It wasn't like an atrium, but we had an actual courtyard that was open like this, and we actually had access to it, and we hosted parties in it. Yeah. But this is kind of this is like a piece of art, right?
It is.
Right
Again, a subtle nod back to the kind of mid-century modern homes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's really cool. So you have an identical guest room, like we said. Correct. And then identical kind of guest bath. This one with a stall shower.
With a stall shower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
More built-ins in the closet here in the hallway. Okay. Linens, what have you.
And then through here you have your laundry room.
Laundry room.
With a giant window as well. Of course, you need natural light.
You gotta have natural light when you're folding your clothes.
Yeah.
And then we have a flex space here, which could be a kid's playroom, could be a family room, TV room. Could be another office, meditation room, yoga room, whatever.
So this is actually cool because when we were talking about this space, when we were staging it, we were like, all right, how should we stage it? Should it be the office? Could also be another guest room if somebody wants another guest room. Mm-hmm. But it's a good space. Could be like a family room too. Yeah. If you want a little bit more of an intimate space, I think this is great. Yeah, or if you have kids and you want a room for them to have like all the toys.
Little playroom.
Yes. Yeah, this would also be great.
So again, it's super flexible, wired for whatever you want. If you want to put TVs, if you don't want TVs, if you want to, it's very flexible.
Okay, sounds good. All right, should we go downstairs?
Sure.
That's it. So I promised you the outdoor space was coming, and this is one of our favorite places. Again, another big selling point. You have a huge covered patio, tile floors here. You have a gas line for a gas fireplace there. You have an outdoor kitchen with a fridge. This is going to be a great space to entertain.
It's a great entertaining area. It's big, it's oversized. We really wanted to have enough covered area that someone could feel like they could have a nice sized group of people here.
For sure.
This trellis worked out really well. We've got integrated lights inside the trellis, which is really cool. We've got speakers out here, full kitchen, like I said, with fridge. It was really important to us to have a big outdoor space, something meaningful where you can have, a good gathering of people. You've got a lounge area here, you've got outdoor dining, you've got a kitchen. So again, it's really, I think, important to be able to have that seamless transition indoor
and you
outdoor.
have all this space here, which
we have all this
we didn't really stage because we didn't want to.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about because you also work hand in hand with the stager too.
I do.
And you're like, this is what I want. This is because a lot of times that doesn't happen, and you get this house and you get the interior design, and they don't flow together.
I think, if you were to talk to the stager, they probably don't like me very much. I'm very hands-on with it. I mean, it's just how I am. Yeah. Again, it's my vision. I want to see it all the way through to the end.
That's awesome.
And staging is a huge part of it. It's kind of, it's the paint job on the car. It's it's the part that really kind of ties everything together. So
I feel like if you built furniture, I mean, probably would do a good job at it too, right?
I've thought about it. I've thought about building my own
That's a lot of
furniture.
work, though.
Yeah.
William Hefner, who is a really popular architect, he does both.
Okay.
And that's a lot of work. But you can see his stuff, and it's very seamless, just like this. It just flows so well together.
And I'm sure people walk in and they say, hey, I just want everything.
Yeah.
I'll take the whole thing. Just give me the keys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So let's walk down here. So when I first saw this property, I was wondering how you would deal with the hillside, because it was on a slope.
It's a gradual slope.
Yeah.
So again, that allowed us to kind of have this terraced space. So you've got, obviously your main entrance area, the sunken living room, and then you kind of come down to this outdoor space with the ADU and the pool. So it actually creates some really nice kind of segues as you kind of experience the property. And this is the outdoor grass area, which is plenty big for a family, and kids and dogs and picnics and birthday parties.
Yeah, for sure. What was your idea from either turf or grass? Because I mean, I love grass personally, but I see a lot of turf. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, cool. For me, I think just grass looks and feels so much better. Turf is great. It's very user friendly. But I've found with kids, grass the turf gets really hot in the sun. So when the sun hits it, your kids walk out there, they're going to burn their feet and their hands. So for me, I think natural grass is the way to go.
For sure. And it's also very grounding. If again, sunlight in the morning and then ground yourself.
Come walk in the grass.
For sure.
This is very zen space.
And this ADU, awesome ADU.
Awesome ADU. So it's fully built out. You've got kitchen. You've got your bedroom here, bathroom. And it's, we wanted to, again, kind of create the seamless indoor-outdoor. So this could be a pool house. This could be kind of a lounge for, guests. It could be a guest house. Again, very flexible.
I see like a giant TV somewhere and like having like the sports game.
You got your games
kids
here.
in the pool. Yeah. Like this is going to be an awesome Super Bowl house.
Yeah. For sure.
Whoever buys it, hopefully they'll invite us to come over and just hang out.
Hopefully, if there's something wrong, maybe I'll come
exactly.
Make sure to fix it on Super Bowl.
So let's. So you actually had designed a range here. So if they wanted to put a range here and make it a small little kitchenette, you can do that.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So full kitchen setup, plumbed for everything. You've got your fridge, sink, range, bedroom, bathroom.
Yeah, and this will be a closet at some point.
Yes.
This is I mean, if I was a guest at this house, I wouldn't leave.
I would live here. I would just take this as my house.
I know, right? And this is kind of this is kind of similar to the primary bedroom, where you have the big wall with the view, and then you have the sliding indoor-outdoor flow. And this leads obviously right out to the pool area.
Right out to the pool.
A pool, hot tub.
Pool and hot tub. We got an integrated pool cover, which is really nice.
On this side over here.
Yeah, the pool cover's hidden back there.
Okay.
Which is just a nice feature again for kids.
100%. That's huge.
Put the pool cover over, you don't have to worry about anything.
That's true.
It's I think me having small children, that would make me feel much more comfortable having that. So that was a feature that we added. And again, you have this very private kind of space back here.
I think my favorite spot in this like backyard will probably be like hanging out back there and just looking at my house that I just bought, because this view is amazing.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
And again, you have these sight lines all the way through the house where I think that's really special.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thanks, Simon, for coming on video and talking about your beautiful development.
Appreciate it.
And we look forward, for any of the other viewers here to come take a look at the house. When this comes on YouTube, it'll be on the market.
Okay, great.
And we look forward to seeing you guys here. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you.
Cool. Sweet.
Cool.
All right, man.
Good job,
awesome.
Dude. That was good.